More answers presented by Mazda BT-50. More is more.
Round one of the NRL final series kicks off this weekend. Let's take a look at what's making news in the NRL thanks to Mazda and the BT-50. I've got to start with you. Can any team win from outside the top four?
Well, they're telling me Canterbury...
new final system.
Well, if you listen to... Yeah, well, they say Canterbury can, if anyone can, but I doubt very much.
I think the Cowboys can. Because the Cowboys...
What a story the Cowboys
forget about
are.
where they've finished on the ladder. They've won 5 or 6 games in a row and put 50 points on a couple of good teams. Home and away, they've won Mondays, they've won Saturdays, they've won Fridays. They are on fire.
Well, can I ask you a question? Can Henry be reinstated now?
Well, it just goes to... What are they going to do if he wins the flag or the grand final, the trophy?
I think they went the early crow on him.
Summons Cup.
Been a phenomenal effort, the Cowboys. But at the start of the year, if you recall, we were the ones that said the Cowboys were the ones most likely.
You said that. I was more on the Roosters Melbourne bandwagon. OK, let's go with the top teams and talk about the Roosters and also the Manly.
I think Manly
Seagulls.
can upset the Roosters.
Yeah.
And I think well, there's no doubt that the Storm will absolutely steamroll the Bunnies.
I think Manly are the sleepers, but I didn't like... I hate teams, and I don't mean this rudely, I hate teams going soft in the last week or pulling up or letting one slip. I like a hard, tough win, and the Roosters had that for mine, and they'll back up this game against Manly, and they'll touch Manly up, I reckon.
Well, it could be, but I think
Melbourne was an ordinary game. I'd rather South's loss in tough circumstances than Melbourne's pretty average performance against the Gold Coast.
Storm have beaten the Rabbitohs twice this year. And
doesn't count for anything?
No, it does. Psychologically, it does, let me assure you. And the fact that they've been the last 19 encounters, they've won nearly all of them. OK,
a bit of controversy around in the coaching department. You mentioned Neil Henry, but at the moment, the street corner tip is that Ricky Stewart will end up at Canberra. I want to know, if he's only signed 1 year with Parramatta, what does that make you think of Ricky Stewart if he's walked out on a 2-year deal? Forget about...
Now, you and I both know Ricky Stewart. Do you know Ricky Stewart well?
Very well.
I know Ricky Stewart extremely well. And let me tell you, everyone you speak to about Ricky Stewart will tell you one thing. He's a very honourable, ethical man. Now, I don't know what his contractual arrangement is with Parramatta, whether there's an exit clause, but he did go in there, I remember, at the start of the year, and he made a firm commitment that we're going to clean it out. We're going to start from the ground floor up, and we're going to rebuild this club ethically. We're going to have a strong board. Now, I don't know what phase they're at in terms of the rebuilding program.
I still think they're in the early phases.
I still think they're in their infancy, in the embryonic stages. But whether he's got an exit, I know Canberra are desperate to get him there. Well, he's their favourite son. He's a premiership player. He's an outstanding individual. So, but I think if he's got a contract, he'll stay. Righto,
we'll wait and see what happens there with Ricky Stewart. The Mazda BT-50 NRL report for this week is done and dusted. We'll talk to you after week 1 of the finals.